That's a good one, Kate.
Hey, you know, it wasn't me. Thank you, producer. All right, good morning. Welcome to AMHQ Weekend. It is Saturday, July the 25th. I'm Kate Parker. Reynolds Wolf is out, but we've got Jen Carfagno here.
It's good to be here. Good morning, everyone. Of course, we got Dr. P.
Thank you, guys.
Buddy.
Yeah, I know. You know what? We have a lot to talk about, obviously severe weather-wise, but also in the tropics. There could be something brewing close to home, and we'll talk about that. But Jen and Kate, in Florida, we've got a lot of rain.
I mean, regardless of weather, a quick snapshot across the country shows wet in the south, stormy in parts of the north, and the northwest some changes too.
Right, it's a little cooler, right, in the Pacific Northwest, but we've got these severe storms today that'll be sweeping across I-70, kind of that corridor, and it's kind of like this setup that we just can't escape this time of year. Don't get storm fatigue. You have another day where you could see damaging winds, and this time it could be your home that's affected.
All right, so we're looking at the heat south of there too, and you know, sort of around the bubble of heat will be the storms, and the heat itself will be unrelenting for not just days, but through the week. We've got a lot of heat ahead here, so we'll talk about how high the temperatures get.
Right. Okay, but we've also got
officially yesterday, but we're going to see more locally. It can be higher. You know how it is here. If you get under a thunderstorm in Tampa, you get a downpour. So today we've got some showers already starting to push on shore, and then we keep the forecast for showers and storms right through the afternoon. Temperatures in the low 80s, thanks to all the cloud cover. So at least our heat gets cut a little bit. Let's take a look at what's going on for us right now. On the radar, you can see some showers north of town, north of Clearwater, but at the moment we are looking at a lot of activity right offshore, and this is where we have some lightning as well. Fort Myers, not so much affecting you in town, but some of the beaches already starting to see these cells pop. See that last one there, that last frame showed a little bit of lightning. Not a good beach day because of that risk for lightning. Very humid out here, very typical Florida humidity, and you see it throughout the south and east, but especially where we have that boundary set up across the peninsula, it's going to help enhance the rainfall. So we're going to see additional showers and storms right through today, Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, down towards Miami even too. We'll get some rain, which is needed. We have this drought going on, extreme drought across the southeastern portion of Florida especially. The moderate drought extends up here right along into the Space Coast and the First Coast. To get out of the drought in southeastern Florida, we need more than 18 inches of rain. It's not as hard to do as you think in Florida, but nonetheless here, we're going to start making a dent in that this weekend. Kate.
Okay, so Jen, we've got to go to Tampa now. We're going to talk about where this could be a bullseye for rainfall, at least our computer models indicating that, and what that means for the local area. So let's get the latest on this rain in Florida. Joining us
of thunderstorms. I-65 there looks fine for now. We're going to see thunderstorms later tonight. Actually, I think into tomorrow is when we're going to look for a better chance of seeing the storms. Most of your day okay. Indianapolis Indians home, first pitch 7:05 at Victory Field with Louisville in town. I think you'll be okay, but we got to watch how things are going to pan out for later on. It's already busy to start today in Missouri. You can see right now 2 areas under flash flood warnings, 1 area under severe thunderstorm warning, potential for some hail with this cell right here, as you can see, right around the Osage Beach area, Iberia, St. Elizabeth, Tuscumbia, all under that warning until 5:30 local time. So watching that, watching other areas with just very tremendous rain that we are tracking, you can see all this big blow up of reds and oranges and yellows on the radar. That indicates where we're seeing some of the heaviest of rain, which also notice is that this is not moving east very quickly. So coming down in one spot too until 8 o'clock. We've got a flash flood warning for Chariton, Macon, and Randolph counties again until 8 o'clock this morning. Saturated ground to begin with, and then we put this heavy rain on top of it. Boundary in place as well, and this is going to be one area that we watch for a focus of more storms to fire later today and into tonight. We've got some strong winds, some jet stream winds up here, which will help enhance that risk for severe weather. In general, as we get into later hours today and even tomorrow, the upper level winds won't be as much of a factor, but they're there. So we've got the front, we've got the winds, we've got plenty of moisture coming back to the area after some very nice low humidity days. That's changing. We got the moisture returning to the region. So let's show you what the future radar thinks things are going to look like later today. We're going to see showers and storms popping into the afternoon. This is 3-4 o'clock. You see in lower Michigan, you see in Indiana. So right after the game in Indianapolis, we got to watch the skies. There could be some showers and storms popping in the area. This is overnight now, though. Right along that I-70 corridor, back all the way from Ohio through Indiana, Illinois, and into Missouri. We're thinking another round of storms will be ongoing as we get into the overnight. Now for today, the red zone goes from North Platte, Nebraska, Kansas City. You have the risk of thunderstorms today, all the way through Indy and Detroit, even into parts of Ohio. We're talking about Toledo, the risk of thunderstorms. Damaging winds going to be the main risk. Some spotty hail reports are possible as well. Into tomorrow, St. Louis. We bring you back into the mix. The red zone zone right here, Springfield, Peoria, Columbia, all with the risk of thunderstorms for your Sunday. So heads up here.
Going on, the wildfire risk increasing anytime that we have a drought like we do. And look at this. Back on January 1st, our exceptional drought in California was at 32%. Look how this has changed over the last several months. You can see these darker red areas growing, especially in central California. That's where we've seen a lot of that drought almost deepen. 46% of the state now at exceptional drought. So we've got a tremendous amount of moisture, lack of moisture, and we need a lot to make up for this drought. In fact, how much would it take? Over the course of 6 months, we would need nearly 20 inches of rain in Northern California. Central California, you would need over a foot to a foot and a half. If you're in Southern California, you need more like 4 to 8, 8 to 12 inches, especially right there along the coast. What are the chances that you're going to get it, though? Now, some parts in the state have better chances than others. Northern California got about a 50-50 shot, but if you're looking at the central portions of the state, 0% chance to 8% chance. Very slim chances they are going to see an improvement there. The next 3 days staying dry across California. So, Jen, you know, it's sad because we really want to help improve the conditions there, and we are going to see a pattern set up maybe later this year with El Nino that could improve things a little bit, but a 0% to 8% chance.
I think we're putting a lot of stock in that pattern change.
Yeah.
But it's happened in the past. There has been help.
We do need to go ahead and just count that we're not going to have it.
Right.
Act as though we won't.
All right, well, how about, though, while we're in the West, let's talk about the Angeles Crest Scenic Byway, which ascends up 66 miles through some of California's most picturesque roads.
Now, the start point is actually just miles from Los Angeles and a great escape from the bustling nature of the big city. Our Maria LaRosa takes us on a tour.
Want to go?
So neat. Yeah, but what does the forecast look like, right? We've got to get that figured out.
All right, well, we actually have some pretty good weather in store for us here, so we are going to watch for some comfortable temperatures, driving weather, turn down the window a little warm around La Cañada, Flint Ridge, but Wrightwood 92, 90, but in between, when you get up at elevation, very comfortable.
Windows down, hands out the window, feeling the wind. Ooh, it sounds good.
Well, you're not having